for sponsoring modified four-wheel drive. No cubic inch limit. You're going to see motors over 700 cubic inches. Your average motor size is 650 cubic inches. No forced air. It's all got to be naturally aspirated. No nitrous, no nothing fancy, just plain methanol alcohol. Darren Cruz and Wild Child. Button. This is going to be a Chevrolet Ford shootout. This is going to be a Ford and Chevrolet shootout. And South Dakota's going to start it off. Going to take it. We're set. He did take it. Underway at 3:40 and 28. 3:40 and 28.
Yeah. Well, Dave, you was talking about all kind of stuff here. We're going to have Fords out here with Hemis in them.
Is that legal?
I asked them guys the other day when I was announcing them, and they said it was. So I'm going to go with
different associations. Of course, I'm exaggerating, but we got a class of four-wheel drive pickups. Cheyenne, Wyoming. Lee, England. Black Thunder. Can't give you no story about the truck. Let's just see what he can do. Beautiful running Ford. He run exactly in the same tracks as the Wild Child. Did not vary in the tracks hardly at all. He might have wished he had scooted over a half a notch or so. A good-looking Ford. Great-looking Ford. Lee England goes a distance of 3:27.64. 3:27 and 64 for the Black Thunder. I bet he burns and churns. Well, when the instant he got back in it, it just would not work. Would not work for him. But ladies and gentlemen, you got to get out there and take a look at that motor. You really do. It bounced so hard when he got in it. How about giving him a round of applause? Dave Bamber, the Bamber Hemi. 293.85. 293.85. Wild Child, put a mark on the track. It's going to be, you better have everything right. You're going to get there. You better have everything right. Look at the motor, and you can't see in front of you because the motor's taller than you are. That's a big block right there. He's going to move up there pretty close to second from my angle. He goes third, 3:21.47, liking.
Next track drops out of Mound City, Kansas. This gentleman helped put on an event down there that they did here several weeks ago. Brett Paddock with the Diggin Deep Deere. This guy has had a pretty good season for 2008. He finished up in the top 5 for 2017 right now. We'll go number 7 right now, folks. We'll go number 7. So the man got a win out of Missouri, comes to Nebraska, and we're not treating him all that well.
St. Joe, Missouri, Strech, Josh Mazier. Josh Missouri out of St. Joe, Missouri. He's got a couple of trucks here. Looks like he'll be the last hook in this class. Next time you see this driver, he'll be the last hook in the class. Going to be in the thick of things. Looks like we're going to start piling them up in that 320 range. 321.27. 321.27. The Thunderstruck that just run just a second ago went 321.47. 0.2 of a foot separating John Yonser. And John Yonser, I think it's the first time that you've seen him in this area. Come on. Run that sideline. Run that sideline. The boss, these distances are starting to work up to that checkered flag. These distances are starting to work up to that checkered flag. North Dakota didn't come here to take last place. By no means. We get a distance of 3:30 and 50 goes number 2. Working some of that hard. Man gets out and does a lot finding sponsorships. He picked up a sponsorship over around Corydon, Iowa, of a hunting group, a lodge that will provide hunts or will go out and build you a hunting plot that you can go hunting on. You might want to get with him, check that out. Agent Orange ain't no slouch. He's going to be knocking the door on that 321. He's going to be knocking the door on that 321, looks to me like, from my angle. Keep in mind where Fred and I sit, it's a little hard to keep up with distances. We got to wait on the laser beam to help us out. The Agent Orange truck is a past winner. 320.93. 320.93 is the Agent Orange. Now here's going to be an interesting set on the big end. Radioing back to his brother, telling him what he thinks he sees on this track and the line that he might want to take. I've been watching the brothers. I run with them a little bit, and I know how they think. Now, I think they was going to run that left-hand side until everybody started wearing it out. They've moved to the center. You've seen where brother was standing. These boys are pretty good. They run a show string of cattle. They raise Charolais cattle. They've sold animals that's won San Antonio and done well in Denver. Out of Herman, Missouri, Dustin Ritter and Stroker. They got the most out of the truck that they could possibly get. They looked at the track. They figured their best line. They give it their best shot. They're going to be up in the numbers. They're not going to take number 1, but they ain't really worried about taking number 1. Yeah, they'd love to. Don't get me wrong there. But they're battling other trucks. They go to number 2 at 331.37. Not a bad deal. They go number 2 at 331.27. Now watch the replay. If you remember where the Bamber Hemi went a while ago, they pretty much was in his same spot. They might have been Wyoming. Nebraska people, he's going to need some help. Scribner, Nebraska, Joe Smith. I think that truck and my mother-in-law has got something in common. They're both looking for a new rear end. That is one of the reasons why you have rollers on the front weight of a four-wheel drive pickup, ladies and gentlemen. I've seen that happen before, many times actually. I've actually seen a truck endo, and that's when the rule took place. Broke something in the drive line. I don't know if it was the rear end or what. Watch the replay here in a little bit. Once we get the distance and we get everybody lined up. Coming down the track. The hopping is the death of a four-wheel drive pickup, and that he didn't get high enough to get on the wheelie bars, but aftershock. Dave Chris. Now, Darren Chris way out in front. Here comes Dave, the aftershock, middle of the class. Track is still there. Hit it and get it hard and fast. That bouncing almost got him. That bouncing almost got him. You heard that motor pop. You don't want a four-wheel drive to bounce. It goes 327.92. $327.92. The bounce all but got him. Clark. I've always bragged on this truck. I just have always liked this truck. I have no connection to the truck. Very consistent. Holy smoke! Woo! Had the world's worst takeoff, but found the best place on the track. As I was fixing to tell you, I've always liked this truck. This is a very consistent running truck. He's always right there. He is always nipping at you. He might not blow you away, but he's always right there. Now, 350 foot 26. Watch the replay now. They're going to rerun it. 350, 26. He takes the lead. Iowa takes the lead away from South Dakota. But the world's worst takeoff. Bouncy, bouncy, right once this year. And he's only hooked with the Outlaws once. The guys from Wyoming can get really serious. They can get serious. He tried to ease it out of the hole, something like what the Redline did, except Redline wasn't easing it. He was losing traction. But he tried the same scenario by driving it out a little bit and then gathering speed mid-track. 335.28, 335.28. So that'll put him in the number 3 spot. As I told you, he can get some of that serious. Still waiting on driving tonight in the risky business. In there amongst them, he's not up on top, but here again, there's a pull going on within a pull. You know that the stroker truck is down there like in third place, such as that. This truck goes number 8 at 325.65 right now. 325.65. So he give up another point or two. Dean Christensen. Trying to find it over on that other side. Now you're going to run with us tomorrow. You better go to bed tonight and get up early because we got a 12 o'clock show tomorrow starting at 12 noon. And then we start at 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. Red hot. 3:30.44. 3:30 and 44. Put that leaderboard up there on the four-wheel drive pickups, and I want you to take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen, how close everything is. The leaderboard in the four-wheel drive pickup world, 350, 340, 335, 331, 330, 330, 327, 327. The top 8 separated by 23 feet. The middle 3 separated by 5 feet. Dean just went in the top 8 with a 330 something hook, 330.44. He went in the top 8. Now we got Nick with Nuttin Honey. And he is going to get right up in the thick of things. He is going to get right up in the thick of things. Father and son team, both having a truck. Richard Clark's grinning from ear to ear right now, I'll guarantee you that. 334.52. Son just moved up in the ranks, that's for a fact. 334 and 52. The largest class of the night is the four-wheel drive pickup class. I'm proud to have so many of them here. So proud to have Powell, Wyoming, Rick Johnson. Thought he was going to get in a bouncing problem again there for a second. Thought he was going to get in a bouncing problem again, but he drove right straight through it. He's going to be up in the top 6 or so, I'd say. You're seeing an awesome show tonight, folks. You're seeing one awesome, awesome, awesome show. All the states. Goes number 2, 343.75. 343 and 75 for the man out of Powell, Wyoming, Mr. Awesome. And Mr. Johnson, that was Corey Johnson doing the driving of Mr. Awesome. So past 331.27. Yes, he would love to win this class. If he wins the class, he beats Stroker and everybody else. Foxy Lady, Charlie Miller, Creston, Iowa. Run that right sideline, just stayed right on that right sideline. Creston, Iowa. Iowa's in the lead. .334.88. He just went past Stroker. 334.88. That points race is going to get some of that tight.
Okay, folks. Winner tonight, 74.
Number one in my points. He's got to go. He's got to go past 334 to stay in the lead in the points. There's the points leader that did not want to give up his points lead. Go past 334, you don't have to worry about getting somebody overtaking you. Looks like Foxy Lady and Stroker is going to swap placings in the points lead. And Thumper probably going to stay put. 343.34, you bet. 343 and 33. 343 and 33. For Murray and Lane Thornton, the defending points champions out of Bedford, Iowa. They got to get up in that 340, 330 range. Oh, he was still going a little bit, and looked like he fell right into a set of ruts. Looked like he fell right into a set of ruts. Big class of modified 4x4s. Proud to see a lot of them out running with us. The rock sled will re-weight for the two-wheel drives. Pioneer Seed will get a picture taken. 335.76, he goes into fifth. 335 and 76. So the Pioneer Seed people will be taking a picture with the Redline. Look at there. Look at those distances, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty impressive. 350's way on out there. 343, two of them right in there side by side with each other. Mr. Awesome and the Thumper within 42 hundredths of a foot. And then the 340 stands alone in fourth place. But 335.76, 335.28, 334.88, 334.52, 331, 330. That is a great class of mod 4x4s. But how about a round of applause for the Redline out of Iowa? Number one, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the second time he's done that this year. It's got clear out front of the boys.
You don't sell